Hey guys, it's me Candy. I am a homeschooling mama to 5, and in today's video I'm going to show you how I make cinnamon rolls. I make these every year at Thanksgiving and Christmas for a breakfast. So I start them the night before and get them all made up and ready to go. That way Thanksgiving morning or Christmas morning I can just pop them in the oven and we have an easy breakfast. If you want to keep this recipe, you might want to screenshot it. That way you have it. To make this, I put all my wet ingredients in the bottom of my bread machine, and I make sure to use warm milk, room temperature eggs, and not room temperature, but like slightly warm water. And also my butter has sat out on the counter for about 2 hours and it's also soft. To my wet ingredients, I add all of my dry ingredients except for my yeast because I add that at the end. I did not have my regular salt on the counter. The Himalayan was in reach, so that's what I used. Once I add the flour, I make a well in the flour and just make it deep enough to fit all the yeast in there, and then I put my yeast right in that. Now I set my bread machine to the dough setting and start it, and in an hour and a half it will be ready for me to roll out. Again, if you want to save this recipe, screenshot this. This is the ingredients for the filling. While the dough is cooking, I'm going to get the filling together and then go take a shower, and by then the dough will be ready to roll out. I'm mixing the cinnamon and brown sugar, and I'm just going to continue to let the butter sit out. I sat it out when I set out the butter for the dough. Okay, my dough is ready, and I'm getting it out on a very well floured countertop because I do not like it when things stick. Now I have also floured my rolling pin, and I'm going to roll this out into a great big rectangle. It's probably maybe 1/4 of an inch thickness, if that. And once it's all the way rolled out, I just pour my butter on it and rub it around everywhere, and I just use my hands to do it. Once I have the butter all over it, except for the one edge that I leave so that I can seal the cinnamon rolls, I put my brown sugar and cinnamon mixture all over the place. I try to make sure it's pretty even and kind of a smooth layer, and then I get it rolled up. Okay, so now I'm just going to roll this up. I believe they call it jelly roll style. And once it is completely rolled up, I will show you guys how I cut it. Okay, I don't know how well you can see it, but I have a piece of string. It's just thread from my sewing machine, and I'm going to take it and cross it over the top of the cinnamon roll. And as I do this, it will cut it evenly and it will not smash the cinnamon rolls. So I'm going to go through and do this with the whole roll until I get them all cut, and then I'll lay them all out in my pan. This works way better for me than using a knife because when I try to use a knife to cut them, it smashes them almost flat. So this is how I do it. When I'm done, I just oil my pan really well and layer them in there. And then I'm going to just put plastic wrap on them and stick them in the fridge so that on Thanksgiving morning tomorrow, I can just take them out and pop them in the oven. One important thing about using a glass pan is since it's been in the fridge, I cannot preheat the oven before I put the pan in there because the pan is going to be obviously be cold. But they are covered, now they are cooked. It's Thanksgiving morning. I put them in there for 15 minutes on 350, and this is what they look like cooked. So after they cool down a few minutes, I am going to put this baking sheet over the top, and I'm going to do a flip so that they all come out on the baking sheet along with any of the cinnamon brown sugar that is in the bottom of the pan. We like to eat them while they're still warm, so I'm going to let them cool down for about 10-15 minutes until they are cool enough to frost without all the frosting completely melting, but it will be a little bit gooey. And you can make your own frosting, but I wanted to watch the parade with my kids, and I had turkey and things to cook on top of that, so I just used store-bought cream cheese frosting. I really don't make these enough. I really only make them Thanksgiving and Christmas. I should probably make them like Easter or even more, but I kind of want it to be like a special thing, so yeah, anyways, here they are frosted. And I'm going to get them served up so everybody can have cocoa and cinnamon rolls and we can watch the parade together. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.